Hey guys, it's Shane. I wanted to share something that happened recently to me. I went to my doctor for an annual checkup, and at the end of that appointment, I asked, just out of curiosity, would it be possible for me to get an x-ray on my hip? It's been years and years and years since I was initially told that I had FAI. It's been years since I've had an x-ray, so I was just curious what would show up. Has it changed? What's going on in there? Now remember, I'm symptom free. I don't have any pain in my hips. I can run, I can squat, I can do all that. But I was just curious, do I still have the bad bones? And so the findings, when I got the findings back from the x-ray, they said, there's all this medical type terminology which I'm familiar with, but I know that when you, as just kind of, your average person gets this information back, it sounds really scary. I was told, the femoral neck is broad, the subcapital femoral neck, which means, in my funny little femur drawing here, the subcapital neck is right here, and mine is a little broad. There's a little bit more bone right here. I was also told that I had a right lateral convexity of the femoral head. So what does that mean? That means that I've got a little too much bone, a little too much convexity up here on the femoral head, and the combination of the two of these is usually referred to as a cam morphology. You've probably heard that if that's something that you got diagnosed with. As opposed to a pincher morphology, which is where there's too much bone kind of hooking down up here. Or a combination, you can have a combination morphology, but mine is more of the cam type. I also had a subchondral cyst, which sounds really scary, kind of up here. So there's this little cyst up here, which in theory can be causing all kinds of problems for you. So those were the main findings of it, and the conclusion of the report was that the combination of findings suggest FAI morphology. I was recommended, you can go and get an MRI to double confirm and, see what's happening in the labrum and stuff like that. My doctor told me, I probably should schedule an appointment with a specialist about FAI, which I politely declined because, like I said, I am symptom free. In fact, I think that very day or the very next day I was in the gym working on my splits positions, getting way deep into having my hips go out that way. A week later I was doing trail running. Now I couldn't do that 3, 4, or 5 years ago, but because of all the tissue work and stretching and things like that I've been doing, I'm grateful to say that I'm pain-free and symptom-free. So I wanted to share that with you because when I initially saw the medical kind of report, all those words even freaked me out. I was like, oh my God, something's really wrong with me. But I still have full function of my body because there's a lot that you can do with very diligent targeted tissue work, stretching that doesn't re-irritate the hip, strengthening certain muscles, learning how to center your hip in the socket using your muscles with motor control and just perfecting your movement patterns over time. So I hope that video was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions about anything. And if you're someone who is in a situation where you've gotten this report back about all the stuff that's wrong with you, take a breath, calm down, and just know that there's stuff that you can do non-surgically. So, see you next time.